Hi everybody, it's Tanisha Denise from Design Darlings Club. How are you? Hope that you're all well. I'm coming back from, came back yesterday from my 6-year anniversary vacation. Yeah. So I'm back and I'm so excited to be back. Happy to see my kids. Happy to be back home, although the vacation was lovely, very, very lovely. And didn't want to go too long without coming and checking with you guys and bothering you guys with another craft video. So I didn't get much while I was there. I didn't really, we did shopping, but it was for other stuff. So I didn't get much while I was there, but I did get a couple things. And just from those couple things, I think I want to make like a little mini journal that I'll add to my personal journal. And like always, I don't have that much time. I have to run and get my kids pretty soon. So, if you are my subscriber and you actually watch my videos, you know this is the usual for me. So this is not against the norm. But so here's what I have and here's what I'm going to try to do with it. So I got this art and antiques book. It was like 50 cents because it was half off. I was going to spend $1 and I didn't even want to spend it. But I'm glad I got the book. It has like cute, I love art stuff. Again, boring you to death by telling you again for the 1000th time. I'm an art history major. So every time I see anything that's like art related, other people's art, it's interesting to me. It makes me happy to see it. So I bought this book with complete intentions of tearing it apart and using it for journaling. So I will be using this for journaling. And you know how when you're inside of an antique store or stuff, sometimes they'll have just like magazines or little things that are free. So I got these, they're called the Country Register, little newspapers. I got 2 of them by accident actually, but they have like a couple little things inside that I think that I could use inside my journal. So I have those and I could probably use those. I got this too. This doesn't really have much inside, but I did like this front cover. It was pretty cool looking. And this page on the back, I think there's like 1, maybe 2 other little pictures inside that I would consider using inside my journal. So I have that. And then I have the Coastal Journal, and it's just like a sightseeing book. So this is not even at all have anything that I would use for journaling, but I think I could use this for the structure because it'll be nice and thin and I can easily just add it to my existing journal. But then this itself is just to be used for journaling about our trip. And I have this. I printed off a couple pictures of me and my husband and different things we did. So it was cold. It was in Myrtle Beach. I did get this postcard that says Myrtle Beach. I might use this as a front cover or something. I don't know yet. It was super cold. So we did not get to go any swimming. I got this from the High Museum in Atlanta. I used to be a member. I've tried to work there several times. It has not panned out. I would love to be able to use my arts degree to be able to work somewhere like that, but we'll see. I got these little tags. These came off my daughter's shirts that we bought them, so I thought that would be fun to add tags in there. I have some paint chips that I got from the store and I forgot that I had them, so they were just sitting in my purse. Then I have some other just like advertisements that are kind of thick that might be used for a base of something. And I don't even have that much time to be like talking so much like I am. So I probably need to get down to business. So I'm thinking each page I just kind of want like a picture and then like something to write on, journal about, and I'll decorate each thing on here. So this line seems like the perfect length. Width, I'm not too sure, so let me start with length and see how that goes. I'm just going to grab a couple pages and just cut, and hopefully I'll be able to get through everything that I need to. But yeah, our vacation was really nice. Even though it was cold, we still went to the beach and hung out one day and just like it was chilly, as in like you don't want to go swimming, but it was warm enough to sit on the beach without a jacket and just kind of lay there. I tried to fall asleep, but it was really hard. It's always hard for me to fall asleep like somewhere that's not comfortable. and like when other stuff is going on, because I'm like nervous, I guess. So I didn't fall asleep, but I was still very relaxed. So that was off really, really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, cool. This came off. And see, if I was really good with like, I don't know many crafters who are, but if I was really good with organizing and putting my stuff aside, I could probably put that aside and then use that at a later date. And it would probably be very nice. And some sort of fun, useful thing for it, but I'm bad with that. Like, I'll put stuff aside, but I don't, it's not labeled, or it's just in like a random bag because I'm trying to hurry up and clean up. So then it's just in this bag, and then like weeks later, I'm like, what's in this bag again? And I look and I'm like, okay, why was I saving that? So yeah, okay, so I just cut down a little magazine, and it only had 2 staples in it, but it's still okay. I think that it's gonna hold okay enough. Well, maybe I'll see if I can put another staple in it. So this I'll probably just put over here. I'll probably end up just going ahead and throwing that away. I'm trying to also, even though I want to, even though I want to save stuff, I'm trying to just get comfortable with the fact, like, it's okay to just throw some stuff away sometime. It's not the end of the world. So even though that's not like a long reach stapler, it's just a short stapler, but it opened up. So what I did was I stapled it into my, because this isn't a real desk, it's just like foam. So I stapled it into the foam, and then I'm just bending with my fingers the staple. I saw that online and I was like, that's brilliant. I'm gonna do that. So front page, what am I gonna put on the front page, guys? Let's see. Oh, I made this too short. I wish I would have made this longer. That's okay. I could still put it, but the background would need to be covered. I don't know. I might just put it in there, like inside of a pocket or something. Let's see. Maybe I can use the paint chips to just kind of cover it. Yeah, that should probably be okay. I like these colors looking kind of beachy, even though it wasn't really, like I said, it was kind of cold, so it wasn't really beachy. I mean, it was, because you're still on the beach, but all right. And then I'll just spread it. I don't have my usual stuff around because I was like, let me go ahead and just do this video and not, because I'll get in my like in my head and be like, okay, I need to have all this stuff ready, and I need to have this stuff right on standby, and I need to have this stuff already prepped. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm just gonna come over and just try to do this video to have something up. And I'm really excited because I went to the dollar store and I spent a lot of time looking and thinking, and I got something for my Sip and Craft Live tomorrow, and I think that it'll be a fun activity. It's making a planner, and hopefully I'll put this up before tomorrow, so then if you want to join and actually see it, you can. But it's going to be like making a planner using dollar store materials, and not like, I don't have $20 worth of dollar store materials. Like, I just have a couple of dollar store materials, very few. So that should be pretty cool, pretty fun. Okay, so I just kind of layered this like a like puzzle pieces. At first I was putting it on top of each other, but I thought it would be better if it was just beside each other. So now I'm going to cut off the excess. I'm just trying to cut off the excess here. So what else did we do while we were there? We went to, the first night we went to like a little bar, and we just had, what did my husband have? I think he had wings. And I had, what are those things? Oh, I had shrimp tacos. Oh, they were good. They were really good. I was looking for something with seafood in it, so I was glad to get that. And it was just nice because we had miscalculated the amount of time it took. It took 6 hours to get there. We thought it would take 4, so we were mistaken. So that looks pretty cool. Let's see. I guess I could make it go like a vertical book. I guess I didn't even think about doing it that way. Yeah, I could do that. Let me see if there's anything else that looks front cover worthy. I don't know why that wouldn't make sense for this. Anything looking beachy. Oh, I have a picture that I printed out of the beach that I actually took. Maybe I could use that. This picture here. Let me cut it out and see. But yeah, so the first night we were there, I had shrimp tacos. They were really good. Because I think that people have the tendency, I know I do a lot too, when I cook shrimp, to kind of overcook it. Like you have to cook it just at the right temperature, because isn't shrimp one of those that you can eat raw? When you eat sushi, can you eat it raw? I don't really remember, but I know that when I cook it, I'm like trying to make sure that I'm cooking it right. Trying to make sure it's not raw. That's cute, but there's definitely something missing. So let me look through my little magazines and see what I can find that I can add to it. Little newspapers or whatever. Oh yeah, that was cool. I had thought about using this, but I feel like I want to use that inside the book. Let's see here. I know that there's a flower somewhere around here that I was like, I can use that. This says dreams. That's pretty cool. Will the color look right together though? I feel like I want something that says Myrtle Beach. What do I have around here? Do any of these things say, what's this thing over here? When women come together with a collective intention, magic happens. I love it. Oh, that's actually where we stayed, Myrtle Beach Surfside. So maybe I could use that. Let me just see if there's any other, if Myrtle Beach is written in here any other like pretty way that I could possibly use. Moon over Myrtle. That's pretty cool. I just wish that the font was a little, oh, can you see it? You can barely see it, I'm sorry. I wish the font was a little bit more fancy on that, and then I would be more likely to use it. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, about overcooking shrimp. So, oh, that's the flower I was looking for. Yeah, that flower would be pretty. So I think that a lot of people have a tendency to overcook shrimp, and I felt like that shrimp that I got was really well cooked. It was like cooked perfectly. It was soft. It melted in my mouth. It was just good. And usually I get fish tacos instead of shrimp tacos. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm talking your head off. If you feel like, hey, I just want to see, you know, a tutorial. Like this isn't a tutorial. It's more of a craft with me type of video. It's more of a just actually see the process. And if an overwhelming majority of people are like, we really need the just tutorials that are cut down, like if you let me know, I would consider going back to doing that, because I knew Two Sisters with Southern Charm. That's cute. Yeah, if a lot of people said that, then I would consider going back to that style. The reason I'm not doing that now is because I'm still slowly growing, and I'm like, well, I'm slowly growing and I barely have time to do this, because it's not like, you know, I'm not at a point where I'm making any money off of it yet. So I can't take the time away from my kids. So my primary profession is a stay-at-home mom. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, you probably know what I mean by that. Like, there's other stuff that you want to do, but at the end of the day, the truth is that you're home with your kids because you're supposed to be like a stay-at-home mom with them. So so I think the best one is at Myrtle Beach that I found this list. So I'll use this. Okay. And let's see, kind of just collage these elements. Just cut off this flower. Okay, so let me tell you about some of the other things we ate. Okay, so the next night we kind of made a mistake. Like, we ate a good breakfast that next day, right? And then we were out all day. We were at this place that was like, what would it be considered? It was like an amusement park, kind of. It had rides and stuff, but then it had a bunch of stores and, you know, stuff for the grown-ups, like wine tasting and moonshine tasting, which we definitely did. That was super fun, but we were out for so long that by the time we were like coming back in around our hotel, it was like, what time was that? It was about 4:35. And you know, when you eat late like that and it's supposed to be your lunch and you're not hungry. What about that? Is that cute enough? I think that's cute enough. I actually like it. So I'm gonna, I don't know, is the glue stick gonna stick to these? Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, so we ate late and we were like, okay, let's just eat something simple like Popeyes, which is what we did. Then we stayed at the room and we had our drinks and we were like trying to get ready to go out for the evening, like wanted to go dancing. And like it hit 9:30, we were both still like, we're not hungry. So it was 9:30 already anyway. So we were like, well, let's just go to the dancing place, and you know, like a little club it was, and maybe we can get in early and have a seat and, you know, not be too crowded or whatever at that point. And so we did, but they had a comedy, it was a comedy guest performing, so they were charging a lot more than they usually would have, but they let us know like, hey, if you just come back in an hour, the price will lower. So we left and we still weren't hungry. So I think we were about to try to find some food, but all the food was starting to close because at that point it was like 10. So by the time we got back, I think it was around 11. We got the cheaper price, but all the food places had closed. So then we were kind of hungry, but not quite hungry yet, but getting there. So really that second night, we didn't end up eating like any great food. And I love seafood. So I was super excited to try to find some sort of seafood. And so it was too bad it didn't happen that night either. The next night though, we did go to a seafood place, like a sit down restaurant kind of a place. And it was okay. Like, it was good, but I don't know. You know when you eat something that's good, but you're like, okay, this was good, but it could have been better. Like, or when you spend a lot of money on a restaurant and then it's just pretty good, so you feel almost a little disappointed. I'm about to do the pages now in here. I'm gonna try to do a couple pages. So I'm looking through this art book to see if I can find any pieces that are like, because this can't be my background. I can't deal with that. This little art things can. That should be fine. So I'm gonna see if I can find just a couple, because I don't think we'll have time to do the whole book. I may put up a part 2 depending on how I feel. I love this cut for my art journaling. I love this kind of art. It's like early American sort of landscape art. I think looks pretty good. This little girl's cute. I don't know if it's the right picture for my journal, but I might be able to send that to somebody who might really appreciate it. see. I want to see just if I can get a couple pages done. So I'm trying to see if I can find just a couple more pieces. I love this. So I'm going to use that. And I know that there was another something in here that had the colors that I really like, which would be your pinks, your blues. That's pretty nice. Very simple background. I might use it. I'll pull that aside. I like these pages, but I don't know if I want them on for my journal or not. I might still play with them. They're pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah. There it was. Those colors. Really pretty colors. So let's see if I have maybe one or two more things I might want to use. I like the women bathing, but I feel like I might use that for something else. Okay. So I have these couple of pages that I know that I want to use. Well, this magazine. No. I didn't want to look in this magazine because that magazine didn't have much. I wanted to look in one of these again and see what else I could use off of these. I could use that front cover for sure. These I want to wait because I feel like that could be like a little, I don't know, an extra thing to embellish the page, or I can add it to embellishments or something. Let's see. I love these buttons. Although those could be used for a tag or something. And maybe I'll try to make like one tag. Oh, this was so cute, this little bunny thing. So I'm going to use that as a background for one of the pages. All right. So I think I have a good amount of color schemes and just different things that can be used as background pages. So now I'm just going to kind of go through and just add them on the pages and see what I can do here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I don't want to cut off the, I actually like that as the page. Okay, I think I'll cut along here and then maybe layer something on top of it. So I like that it has like a lot of white space and then that color scheme. So I'm going to work with that. I'm going to create a straight line and then maybe layer something jagged on top of it. Like, I don't know, let's see. Let's just see how it looks. So I'll do my glue stick and hopefully this should stick. This should be fine on this. I know that it's shiny, but these glue sticks, and these are from the dollar store, so good. Oh, but that mill I was talking about that I had, that was it was pretty good, but not exactly what I was expecting. It was like what did I have? I had broiled scallops and what was the fish? I forget what the fish was, but it was broiled scallops, some sort of fish, and broiled oysters. And the okay, I'm gonna put that there. The oysters were really good, but they had some grit inside of them. So if you're a seafood lover and a seafood eater and they don't have the shell on it, then they should have cleaned them really well to where there's no grit inside. So I was a little disappointed with that. And then the scallops were pretty good, but I like, because scallops already have a nice sweet taste to them, I like when they are, when they have some salt or something like a little bit salty added to them. So I wish they would have added like more salt to it or something savory, a little more savory to it. That would have been nice. And also it didn't help that I had bacon wrapped scallops for the appetizer, which of course were delicious. And it had the exact balance of flavor that I was looking for, so Okay, so this page is pretty much collaged like how I like it. So I'm just cutting off the overhang on the front. So that's the front, and that's that first page. And let's see if I can get the second page to have a similar feel, which kind of looks oceany to me right now, which is perfect for a Myrtle Beach book. So let's see, what did I pull? I pulled this. This is a lot of pink and a lot of script, and I think that might go better on a different page. This could possibly do it, but it's so dark, I don't know if that's going to balance exactly right. Now this cloud might do it, but I'm gonna have to cut the black off because the black is going to make it too heavy on that second side. So I'm just gonna cut this picture. And I'm gonna put the top like this. So then if it has too much that hangs over, it'll be the green part that I'll be cutting off and not the blue part. But yeah, that was the only thing that disappointed me a little bit, is that there was some grit in my oysters, and and the scallops, they played too much, the sweetness up a little bit too much for my taste. Some people really like that though. I know that some people really like the really sweet flavor of when you know, make something really sweet. That is not my forte. I love savory food. I love savory food so much that when I used to like watch the cooking channel, I used to be obsessed with it when I was a kid, and I still would be if I had time to do it. But my babies do not want to come home and watch the cooking channel. But yeah, I used to watch it when I was a kid, and I was like obsessed with it or whatever. And as much as I loved it, I did not watch the baking shows where they did a bunch of like cupcakes and stuff, because I was like, it's just sweet, like it just tastes sweet. I don't care. Like, I feel like the interesting tastes come in when you're talking about savory entrees. Now that makes my mouth water. And I love cookies. I love cookies, and I like brownies and stuff, but like a deliciously cooked seafood item or some amazing chicken dish, that is much more interesting to me. I'm gonna cut off some of this green. Okay. So now I have that down. So let's see what I can use to cover here. And that might just be some like black and white or something from that little newspaper. Or I could even use these flowers right here. Ooh, I could use this little strip. Let's see if it'll, I don't know if it's gonna cover it enough. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if I came out of frame just now. Let's see. It didn't exactly, it's not exactly gonna cover it all up, but I'll see if I can layer maybe one other thing in there that will give it the look that I'm looking for. I like to use a newspaper too to do collaging. It's really easy to use because it's so easy to tear, super easy to glue and stay glued down. In that Art Antiques magazine, like it's kind of like paper instead of like magazine print, how it's shiny. It's more like paper. So that's pretty cool too. Okay. Well, I got that down. I want to see about clipping off the edges. Okay, so that's how that looks. And then let's see if we can embellish it a little bit, because I feel like I'm starting to get towards 30 or 40 minutes. I don't want to be that long. Here's a picture of us from the first day. Or maybe even a picture of us on the beach might be nice. I don't know if you guys can see that in the picture. We went to like that touristy place I was telling you, and there was there was this like 4D experience. It was the Simpsons 4D experience. It was pricey, so we were like, no, we're not about to spend that much money to go on a Simpsons 4D experience. However, we both love the Simpsons, like enough that we actually have brought a trivia game with us, a Simpsons trivia game with us while we were there. So it was just kind of funny that that popped up, and I was like, we gotta go, and he was like, no, that's too much, like that's too much money. So we we decided not to go, but it was still pretty funny that that happened while we were there. So there's the picture. Let's see, I kind of want to use one of these as a tag, and have the tag go inside of like a pocket or something. But where should the pocket be, and where should the picture? Should the picture be here? The picture should be there, and the pocket should be over there. And then maybe I'll put another something, and maybe I'll raise the pocket even, or maybe I'll double. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see if I have something thick that I can use for a tag. Oh, this shows our room that we were in. Could definitely use it for a tag. So that could be like, just like a double pocket on that page. That'd be kind of cool. Do I want it to be that big? Do I want it to cut down a little bit more? Okay. And then let's see, what can I use to make it into a pocket? I was thinking this, maybe like across the bottom, at least to make that bottom pocket. Might be kind of cool. So I'll start here. Oh crap, I shouldn't have cut that bottom part off. Maybe I'll flip it upside down. Is that gonna look crazy that everything's upside down? Oh, it's gonna have to do, 'cause that's what I'm about to do with it. Unless something else I pulled over here I can use for a pocket. Let's see, I could possibly use this. Maybe I will. That might be kind of cool. And maybe I'll use this strip for something else. I don't know. I don't know. See, this is why you have to play with your art journaling, because then you start to figure out like how you like to lay your stuff out, and you start to figure out what looks nice to you and what works for you and what takes forever and what you get super confused on. You know, like it's great for you to learn that stuff about yourself artistically. And the best part about it is there's just no judgment, because when you're doing something a little more abstract, like collaging, there's not much that people can tell you about how you should have done it or how you were supposed to do it. Because it's, you know, it's not their thing, like it's your thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna make this a little bit cuter. I want to add something to it. So I have these little packets from, if you guys saw that haul that I did when I got some Happy Mail. And I have some little things in here. Let's see if I can find something that's small. That would be a pretty addition over there. Looking for something like a cutout or something. This butterfly cutout. That's possibly could do with this. Heart cutout would be nice. Although I feel like I could add that to there and that might be really cute. Let's see. No. I can't remember what was in here, so sorry that I have to kind of look through it for a second. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's see, how do I feel about that? No, I'm looking for something that's a little more of an accent rather than a statement. That little butterfly is kind of cute. Possibly that little butterfly might do. This way you got to keep your little cutouts of stuff because then you can add it just in, it'll be like the perfect little accent to places in your journal. So great idea to keep your cutouts. Oh, there's some other ones in this one that are a little bit thinner that might go really well. A little bit too bright. Let's see, yeah. I'm so happy these are like magazines too, so it's going to be nice and easy to adhere to the page. That's cute. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with with our vacation, but it's still cute. Oh, I like that even better. I'm gonna use that. So now let's glue these things down. Now, if this was stronger, if I wanted to take a little more time, I could make this into like a tuck spot. And then this can tuck in and come out. I don't know. I don't want to tear stuff. I don't want to tear this up, but what do I have that's strong that I could use? I could possibly use some of these scraps over here, and it'll add some weight to it. Yeah, I'll do that. So what I'm doing now is I took a piece of the magazine that I had previously cut off, and I'm adding this little photo to it so that it's thicker, so then I can glue it down with tacky glue and make it into a tuck spot for that tag there. So yeah, and the idea is that it'll come out and it'll be glued here, and this will be like, but this will be glued all the way down. So now I'll glue this guy down. I'm just gluing it to the side to make it cute. And then now I'll take this one, whoops. I'll take this one, and that tacky glue isn't coming out, so I guess I'm gonna have to, I cannot stand using my finger when I use tacky glue. That really annoys me. I probably should have had a, what's it called? Oh, you guys know the thing you use it to paint with. A paintbrush. I probably should have had a paintbrush on hand, but it is okay. So I'm just using the glue in like a L shape to try to make it as, like to try to make a lot of it stick down, but still let it be able to come off the page. Okay. So hopefully that sticks like I want it to. Okay, so now I'm going to play with the tag. So hopefully the tag will come in there. Okay, so I'm going to play with the tag a little bit. We got the sticker on the back, so I won't be able to write on the back unless I add something to it. So this is from that art magazine, and like it's like paper-like. So this will probably be fine to add to the tag. And I could either put this on it like that so then it's colorful, or I could, I don't know, because I could put it on there and it's colorful and then it kind of, which is kind of cool because then it balances with some of the colors on that page. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to put glue all over this side and stick this little cutout to it, and then I'll cut the excess. And I might even put a piece of twine through this little tag. And I'm trying to think, do I want to cut these rounded pieces off, or do I want to keep the tag intact? I feel like I want to keep it intact just like how it is. Just because it actually came from something. It's not a tag that I made from scratch. It actually came from one of the kids' like souvenir clothing that we brought from. But I do want to put that piece of twine through it. Let's see what I can come up with here. So that looks pretty cool. And it just still stick in there like that. And got some twine here. I don't need much. I don't have a needle on hand to pierce the paper, but I'm just going to use a paper clip because it's only the paper, the tag itself already has a hole in it. The little thin piece of paper that I glued on top doesn't. So it should be fine to just make a hole. Yeah, I'll make it a little bit bigger. All right. And now I'll just put my little twine in there. Oh, twine piece is not going all the way through. Eek. Hold on, I looked inside of these and I saw some little string in there. I wonder if this might go through better. Okay, no, already I can tell it's not going to. I'll just pull that off and that should be okay. Whoever thought that this would be so difficult? This part is supposed to be the easy part. Are you screaming at the screen yet? Like telling me what I could do to make this go easier? Okay, let's see. And again, some of it is coming off. Alrighty. Shedding. That's the only reason I don't like using this twine, is because it really sheds real bad. So if you see this twine at the dollar store, consider that. Like if you don't want something that's going to shed over time, you want it to actually stay intact but just kind of have that look, this might not be the twine for you. I just grabbed it just because it was cheap, but learning a lesson, passing the lesson on to you. Okay, so that's my little tag that goes in there, and I can write on it. So now I will make this into a pocket, this piece, and maybe let this be kind of like a little tuck. So if there's anything else I think of adding, and then this can be another, I don't know, tag or something. So making pockets, let's see, pretty simple. I just fold maybe like 1/2 or 1/4 of an inch on both sides and on the bottom. So I'm folding my 1/2 or 1/4 of an inch. Not great with measurements, so I can't tell you exactly if that's what it is, but that's pretty much that. Okay, and then I cut off kind of like a triangle shape off the edge on both sides on the bottom. And then now the pocket is like this. And it's just something about your pocket being in this shape. It just gives it more security. I find that every time that I make the pocket like this, instead of just gluing it straight to the page, it's so much more secure. And I'm just even using a glue stick for it. Okay. And I just glued those little pieces down. So that's done. This guy will go, I'll put something there so that I can write on it if I feel like it. And do I want this to, I wonder if I put this here and then I'll like make it a flip so then I can, I don't know why I would want to look at the room that we stayed in, but just if I wanted to for some reason. So I guess I could do that. I don't have any washi right on me, so sometimes what I do instead is I just use a thin piece of paper and just glue it on both sides as if it was washi, even though it's not. So I have this little thing, and that's from that haul that I got from Miss Walker. Thank you again. It was a wonderful haul. It really made my day. I love that about the looks like I think it's the art journal and junk journal and planner community and snail mail community, but like the paper crafters. We send each other stuff back and forth. I think people who even do other sorts of crafts do that